Hello everyone, this is Tracy. Welcome back to our GHDip live show. Today we are going to show you these beautiful colors. They come from our GHDip kit G646. And this is the beautiful colors that we are going to show you. And this is our dip glue system. Number 1, base. Number 2, activator. Number 3, top coat. Number 4, brush saver. And this is the color number of this color kit. G646 from number 56, 59, 62, 65, 68, and 71. They're pretty shiny. And the color of our manicurist is number 61. And this is the color design that we are going to do today. It's the glitter ombre color design. Okay, now we are going to make some preparations to do our color design. Please make sure every time when you do your nail design at home, wash your hand and make it clean. And this is the number 65 color. Open the cap. And this is the number 1 glitter. Open the cap, and as you can see from this video, it's pretty shiny and glitter. Okay, now we are going to do the nail. First, we are going to apply a layer of clear powder. Next, we are going to use this bond to clean the nails one by one. And this is a very important procedure when you do nails at home. It can help you clean the nail. And if you don't have this tool, you can buy it from our Amazon shop store. We have this color accessory kit. Okay, now finished. Then we are going to apply the first layer of base coat. It's pretty easy to open the cap. Now, let's apply the first layer of base coat. Remember, every time you brush the first layer of base coat, brush it evenly and slightly. Then we are going to dip it into the clear powder for almost 2 seconds. We are going to use this brush to tap off the excess powder. And now we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Brush it evenly from the middle to left and right, so that you can dip the powder properly. And now we are going to use this small brush to sprinkle the red color on the upper part of the nail, because we are going to do the ombre nail design. Sprinkle it slightly, and at the bottom of the nail, we just sprinkle a little bit of red color. Tap off the extra powder. Then we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Again, we are going to apply it evenly and slightly. The reason why we apply the clear powder first is because that we want to make the nail design of the bottom more clear. Now our manicurist is using the tweezer to press down the shell decorations. We are going to do some design. This is the shell-shaped decorations. Put it on the nail surface. Use these tweezers. Put it on the nail surface randomly, as you like. Remember, it's better for you to use this tweezer to do the decorations. And this is the glitter from the number 1, the color kit G6607. Choose some glitters randomly and put it on the nail surface. Now we are going to put some golden line on the nail. Again, we are going to use this tweezer to put it randomly on the surface of this nail. When you are doing this nail design, it's very important for you to be patient. Okay, we already put 2 golden lines on the surface. And now this is the second layer of this golden line. Put it randomly and slightly press it down on the nail surface. Okay, our decorations is almost finished. Now we are going to apply the 3rd layer of base coat to cover these decorations. Brush it evenly and slightly, just as our manicurist did. And now we are going to dip it into the clear powder for 2 seconds. Tap off the extra powder and use this brush to tap off excess powders. Okay, now we are going to turn to another hand to do the same design. Like we did before, we are going to apply the first layer of base coat because we are going to dip it into the clear powder. Tap off the extra powder. And if you don't have this brush at your home, you can buy it from our Amazon shop store. We have this nail tool kit. Now we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. We are going to sprinkle this red color on the bottom of this nail. Please pay attention to the way that our manicurist do it. Sprinkle it slightly. Tap off the extra powder. Then we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Brush it evenly and slightly. Don't apply it in your skin. Okay, we are going to do some decorations just as we did before. First, we are going to put some shell-shaped decorations on the bottom part or the upper part of this nail. And then we are going to choose some glitters from the number 1. G6607. Put it radially on the nail surface. Now our manicurist is choosing some decorations from a little case. Put some golden line radially on the nail surface with these tweezers. As you can see from this video, if you want to do this nail design, the powder you need is clear powder and the numbers 65 color from this color kit, and some decorations, some golden lines, glitters, and shell-shaped decorations. Now we are going to apply the third layer of base coat, because next we are going to dip it into the clear powder to protect the decorations. Brush it evenly and slightly. Now dip it into the clear powder for almost 2 seconds and take it out. Brush off the extra powders. Now the decorations is almost finished. Next, we are going to do another nail. First, we are going to apply the first layer of base coat. Brush it evenly and dip it into the clear powder. Tap off the extra powder and brush the excess powder off. Next, we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Remember, every time you should brush this base coat evenly so that your nail finger will not get clumpy or uneven when you dip it into the color powder. Now, we are going to sprinkle this red color on the bottom part of the nail. And it's better for you to use this brush to do the sprinkling. Sprinkle a little more on the bottom part of this nail and sprinkle less on the upper part of the nail. And now we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Brush it evenly every time. It's very important so that your nail surface will not get clumpy. And now we are going to use the same brush to sprinkle the glitter on the bottom part of this nail. Sprinkle it radially and slightly. And now we are going to use this tweezer to choose some glitters and put it on the nail surface. Put the glitter on the place where you like. Okay, the decorations is almost finished. Now we are going to apply the third layer of base coat. Because next we are going to apply a second layer of clear powder to protect the decorations and the color powders. Tap off the extra powder and brush it off. Now we are going to turn to another hand. We are going to do the same design as we did before. Brush it evenly. Dip it into the clear powder. Brush the extra powder off. Now we are going to use this red color to do the design. Brush the second layer of base coat. Brush it evenly. And we are going to use this brush to sprinkle the red color on the bottom part of this nail. Sprinkle it slightly and randomly, and sprinkle more color powder on the bottom part of this nail. So that you will get the same effects as our manicurist get. Okay, now tap off the extra powder. Now we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Remember, every time when you do nails at home, it's better for you to apply 2 layers of base coat in order to make the color more solid. Okay, now we are going to do the decorations. Also, we are going to use the same brush to dip it into the glitter powder and sprinkle the glitter on the bottom part of the nail. It's pretty shiny, right? Okay, now we are going to apply another layer of base coat and dip it into the clear powder to protect the color and the decorations. If you don't have this kind of clear powder, you can also buy it from our Amazon shop store. Our nail tools kit also includes the GHDip powder. And every time when you brush the base coat and the brush is not so clean, you can put it into the brush saver. Now we are going to do another design. Apply the first layer of base coat and dip it into the red color. For almost 2 seconds, tap up the extra color and brush the excess powder off. And in order to make the red color more solid, we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Brush it evenly and dip it into the color powder. For almost 2 seconds, tap up the extra powder. Brush the excess powder off. Now we are going to do the same design on the thumb. Just repeat the same steps as we did before. Apply the first layer of base coat and tap it into the red color powder. Dip it into the color powder for almost 2 seconds. Tap off the extra powder and brush it off. If you don't have this kind of brush, maybe you can buy it from our Amazon shop store. Now we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Brush it evenly from the middle, left to right. And dip it into the color powder. Remember, you have to apply 2 layers of base coat in order to make the color more solid. And it will look more beautiful. Okay, now let's turn to another hand. We are going to do the same steps as we did before. Our fast drying dip powder can air dry within 30 seconds. It can save you a lot of time. Dip it into the color powder. Brush the extra powder off. Now we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. Brush it evenly so that you will not get the surface clumpy or uneven. If you still have any question about the procedures, you can contact our colleague on Facebook, Amazon, or YouTube. Tap off the extra powder. Okay, now let's turn to another nail. We are going to do the same design with the same color. Every time when you find your brush is not so clean, you can dip it into the number 4 brush saver to clean it. Tap off the extra powder. Now we are going to apply another layer of base coat. Brush it evenly. Now we are going to dip it into the red color powder for a while. And take it out. Brush the extra powder off. Now we only have one finger to do the design. It's the little finger. Now we are going to do this nail. First, we are going to apply the layer of base coat and dip it into this glitter. Tap off the extra powder and brush it off. As you can see, our glitter powder is pretty shiny and gorgeous. Now we are going to apply the second layer of base coat in order to make it more solid and looks more shiny. Now dip it into this glitter color powder. Tap off the extra powder and make some adjustments. Use this kind of brush to brush off the extra powder. Now we are going to apply another layer of base coat. Remember, every time you brush this base coat, you should brush it evenly. And now we are going to dip it into this clear powder to protect the glitter. Now let's turn to another nail. We are going to repeat the same steps as we did before. Apply the first layer of base coat. And dip it into this glitter color powder. This glitter is the number 1 from the color kit G6607. Every time you dip it into this glitter color powder, make some adjustments about this glitter. Now we are going to apply the second layer of base coat. As you can see from this video, we have many glitters on this color powder. Brush the extra powder off. Close the cap. And now we are going to use this clear powder to protect the color and the glitter. So we are going to apply another layer of base coat. Brush it evenly and slightly from the middle, left to right. Don't get it into the nails. Tap the extra powder off. Close the caps. Now we almost finished the foundation of this nail design. And now our manicurist is going to clear the table. And every time when you do this part, maybe you can wash your hand. Next, we are going to apply the activator and the top coat. And because our fast drying dip powder can air dry within 30 seconds, so we don't have to apply the activator first before we doing this filing. Now we are going to use this e-file to file the nail surface one by one. And because we have already applied the layer of clear powder, so you don't have to worry about that the glitter will fade out. We are going to do this e-file to file the nail surface one by one. File the nail slightly. As you can see from this video, our dip glue and our dip powder is very easy to use. And if you don't have to do any design, it is very easy to apply this base coat, activator, top coat, and the fast drying dip powder. And our fast drying dip powder works perfectly with our dip glue. It is very healthy, easier, simpler. And our fast drying dip powder can long last within 3 to 4 weeks. It is more durable than regular dip powder. Now we are going to e-file this nail finger. And our dip glue is of no straw smell. Okay, now we are going to use this file to file the nail surface one by one. Here are some tips to do nail design at your home. First, you're going to shape your nail before you do these nail designs. When you're at home, you should use the cuticle pusher to push back the cuticle and cut it off. And use the file to file the nail surface one by one, and use the bond or cotton to clean the nail surface. And when you finish the preparations, then you can start to apply the layer of base coat. Our dip glue in this kit includes base, activator, top coat, and brush saver. They're very easy to use. First, you only need to apply 2 layers of base coat. And because our fast drying dip powder can air dry within 30 seconds, you don't have to apply a layer of activator to help it dry before the filing. You can just use this file to file the nail surface one by one. And then we can apply a layer of activator before we put 2 layers of top coat to make the nail surface double shiny. And all these tools used in this video can be found on Amazon shop store. We have our GHDip powder nail tools kit. It includes clear dip powder, dip tray, nail file, dust remover brush, and bond pre-pass. Now we are going to use this buffer to buff the nail surface one by one. File the nail surface slightly. Remember, every time when you use this dip glue, please make sure all the tabs are tightened well, and the essential dip glue is cleaned up. And also, if you still have any questions, you can follow our Facebook group. You can find many friends over here. And you can also see a lot of tutorials on our Facebook. And it can help you learn more about our products. Now please use this buffer to buff the nail surface one by one. Our fast drying dip powder and our dip glue is no need of UV or LED lamp. It can save you a lot of time, and it is easier to operate. Our activator is volatile, so please remember, close the caps very tightly so that it will not dry up. And our base coat and our top coat is super glue. So please remember, every time you use this dip glue, make sure the caps tightened well, So next time you can open the cap. And it's very important for you to choose the right tools to do nails at home. We have this nail tools kit on our Amazon shop store. You can find it. And as you can see from this video, the filing process is will cost you a very long time. So just be patient. We use this file to do the filing because we want to make the nail surface more smooth, so that it will look much better when you apply 2 layers of top coat. Now we still have several fingers to finish. Next, we are going to apply a layer of activator before we use this top coat. Remember, every time you apply the layer of base coat, please apply it evenly and slightly so that the nail surface will not get clumpy or uneven. And if your nail surface gets clumpy, you can use the file and buffer to buffer off the clumpy nail. Okay, we still have 1 finger to finish. Now let's turn to the last one. As you can see from this video, our manicurist only used 3 color powder to do the nail design. The first is number 65 from the color kit G646. It's the red color. And the next is the number 1 from the color kit C607 and the clear powder. Now we almost finished the filing. Use this brush to brush off the extra powder. And now let's clean the table. Next, we are going to use this bond to clean the nail surface one by one. And also, you can find this kind of bond on our Amazon shop store. We have the nail tools kit. It includes this kind of bond. Okay, finished. Okay, now we are going to apply the layer of activator. It is number 2. In this process, we are going to apply the activator one by one on the 5 fingers. Because next we are going to apply 2 layers of top coat, the activator can help the top coat dry fast. Now, we are going to apply the first layer of top coat. Brush it evenly and slightly. As you can see from this video, when we apply the first layer of top coat, the nail surface of this little finger is already pretty shiny. As our top coat should be half air dried, so we are going to apply 3 fingers first. We are going to left the 2 fingers in this process. Now we are going to apply the second layer of top coat. Remember, when you apply the second layer of top coat, you should let the first layer of top coat air dry. This is very important. Only in this way, so the base coat will make the nail surface double shiny. So please let the first layer of top coat air dry before you apply the second layer of top coat. It's pretty shiny. And now we are going to use this tweezer to choose some peels to make the final decorations. Put it into the place where you like. Put it randomly. So when you do this nail design, it's better for you to keep patient. Okay, we almost finished this nail design. It's gorgeous. Now let's turn to another nail. Like we did before, we are going to apply the first layer of top coat. Now let's turn to this nail finger. The timing is very important, so make sure you wait the first layer of top coat air dry before you apply the second layer of top coat. Only in this way can you make the nail surface double shiny. Now we are going to do the final decorations on this nail surface. Okay, it's pretty shiny. Now let's turn to this stump. The first layer of top coat is already half dried. Now we're going to apply the second layer of top coat. Okay, this hand is almost finished. Now let's turn to another hand. Again, we are going to apply the layer of activator before we apply the top coat. The activator applied here is to help the top coat dry faster. And we can apply this activator into these fingers in one time. It is volatile, so please make sure every time you use this activator, make the cap tighten well. Okay, now we are going to apply the number 3 top coat. Apply the first layer of top coat. Brush it evenly. And in order to make it double shiny, we only have to apply the first 3 fingers in this process. Because the timing is very important. Every time, make sure the first layer of top coat is half dried before you apply the second layer of top coat. Okay, we are going to apply another layer of top coat. It makes the glitter double shiny. Now let's turn to another nail. As you can see, when you apply the second layer of top coat, the color looks more gorgeous and pretty. Now we are going to do this nail. Brush it evenly. And we are going to use this tweezer to do the final decorations. Choose some peels and put it on the nail surface. Put it randomly. You can put whatever decorations you like. Because the procedure is almost the same. Okay, it looks pretty. Now let's turn to this nail. Brush the first layer of top coat and wait it air dry, half dried. Okay, please pay attention to the timing. Now we are going to apply the second layer of top coat and put the final decorations on this nail surface. Adjust the place, and the ombre design looks very special and unique.